Hi there. Today we will jump into the saboteurs, and the first saboteur out of 9 is the hyperachiever. So first of all, let me just tell you that the saboteurs are different for all of us because they actually base their work on our strengths. So, for example, if I'm very organized, actually, I was once called extremely organized. That means that I have possibly also a controller saboteur, which is true. I have one like that. So I need to really organize everything and control, right? So if I would only keep the organization skills and use them to my advantage, that's great. But if I take it too far, then that's when I impact my relationships and my own well-being, because I get really, really kind of petty with things, and yeah, it doesn't really add any value. So just know that in case your judge wants to judge you that you have a saboteur, think about that. It's your strength that the judge and the saboteurs use against you. But if you kind of learn to drop that, you will just keep your strength, because you are a beautiful sage being, and you are strong, and you have amazing qualities that you can always use in your life and in your relationships. So with that said, I will jump into the hyperachiever and tell you a little bit about it. So the hyperachiever basically is dependent on constant performance and achievement to gain self-respect and self-validation. So it identifies its whole being with kind of performance and achievement. The kind of things that hyperachiever says is, I will be happy when. I will be happy when I get that promotion, when I get that new car, when I get that new apartment, when I buy a new sofa, when I get that amazing purse, and so on and so forth, right? So it's really always kind of on that treadmill of life, trying to get better and better and better, and barely ever being in the moment. It also focuses on external validation and attention and acceptance of others. So it always thinks, if I work hard, then others will see it, and I will get this attention and acceptance and love, in short, as well. And it leads to really unsustainable workaholic tendencies and loss of touch with deeper emotional and relationship needs. So what it does is that I really just focus on that, because then I will get attention and love, but actually I'm missing the point, because I'm constantly just focusing on this next achievement, right? And I'm barely ever look what's in here in front of me. And I also, if I have this saboteur, I also don't really celebrate much. Once I achieve something, it's gone. Let's look at the next thing. So very destructive and very, very sad, especially if you think of the end of the life. If you've done the tombstone test, that's really when it gets really like, oh my God, I just ruined my life, right? Because I worked so hard, but in the end, I never celebrated, I never enjoyed my life. And it's very real. So if you have this saboteur, please look at it and see how you can actually lower the voice of the saboteur to have a happier life and more present life. So the strengths that the saboteur, the hyperachiever saboteur, builds on and uses is being driven, being pragmatic, being adaptable, being very goal-oriented, being self-directed. Those are really great strengths. Also being capable of growing yourself and helping others to grow, to achieve full potential. Many leaders have this saboteur because they really want to achieve and help others achieve. And when you kind of use that inner direct strength, you can inspire others, and you can still keep that strength. You just don't let your saboteur use it against you to kind of get you in that hamster wheel. And a characteristic of a person with that saboteur is often, competitive, being really driven by the status, by the power, by the position, the title, oh, I want to be a director, I need to be on a higher level, this is where I belong, this is, so kind of getting into that prestigious image and status consciousness, and being led by that. And it's very good also at covering the insecurities and showing this positive image. So really being good at kind of selling yourself, showing the your best self, kind of at the cost of what's happening inside, but outside everything looks great. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about, because I have this saboteur. I have the first three I will talk to you about are my top saboteurs, which I'm dealing with every day since a year and a half now. So I really, feel you. If you have the same thoughts, the negative talk in your head, know that you're not alone. Every one of us has some saboteurs kind of, playing in their life all the time. And what else is there? So this saboteur is also, as I said, very goal-oriented, kind of workaholic, trying to achieve more and more, perfecting this public image, and be really self-promoting, kind of distancing from other people at times, because it's me and it's not everyone else. Often not that well playing as a team. In the moment of hijacking, at least, right? When the saboteur takes over, then it's very hard to actually be playing as a team, unless you are leading the team and the team result becomes your result, right? So that is where the hyper-achieving saboteurs get really triggered into doing more. And the thoughts that the saboteur gives us, so that negative self-talk, is that I must be the best at what I do. I must be absolutely the best. If I can be outstanding, I would rather not bother. So if I cannot play piano, I will not even try. It's not about play. I have to achieve. I have to be great. I have to win. I must be efficient and I must be effective. So, really no place for play and fun. It's very much work, 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 and results, achievements, and all of that. And emotions get in the way of performance, so don't focus on that. Focus on thinking and action. So don't feel any emotions. If you're feeling emotions, don't be a wuss. Just get over it and get back to work, right? So that really kind of trying not to get inside of the feeling, but really just keep pushing, get over it. Don't be a pussy, okay? And sorry for my language, but I think you know what I mean. And it's also the feeling, I can be anything I want to be. So I am, worthy of great success, and others must think well of me, and I must succeed. Okay, so that's that. And the feelings that it creates, if you haven't felt it yet, when I was talking, it's like really, I don't like to feel feelings. That's kind of like, I'm feeling resistance to feeling my feelings, because they distract me from achieving my goals. They slow me down, so I must not feel anything. And sometimes, a person with that hyperachiever saboteur may feel empty, may feel depressed, maybe a little bit like, but they try to get out of it as fast as possible. So, I feel a bit bad, so let me go for a drink, let me call this person, let me kill this time quickly, okay? Let me distract myself to do something else. And that can be very destructive, especially if you feel any type of grief, or if you just maybe feel like you want to cuddle, be cozy. You may not want to go to another party, and you may not want to take that, get that on another drink, because that doesn't serve you, right? So the hyperachiever will not really allow you to get present in the moment and cuddle up or something. And it's really this feeling of worthiness with that saboteur is tied to being successful. So I feel worthy mostly when I'm successful. If I'm not successful, I will not feel worthy and I will not feel good. Often, that brings the fear of intimacy, the fear of vulnerability, the fear of closeness with others, because they will see me more, so I must, keep my image perfect, and I should keep them on at a distance, right? So that's often that kind of behavior that's also there. And the lie that the saboteur is telling us is that life is about achieving and producing results. That, if you don't produce results, you are no one. It's really about that. I probably heard work hard, play hard, be the best you can be, achieve so much, and it's all great, but don't forget that you are here as well. So it's not about that result only. It's about how are you living your life, and are you happy, and are you fulfilled. And of course, the saboteurs kind of have negative impact on our lives, on our relationships. So the one really damaging impact to yourself is that the self-acceptance is continuously conditioned on the next success. So I will be accepting myself when I do that, when I achieve that, when I get better, when I learn this language, when I get that job, when I get this title, then I will be happy finally. Then I will be worthy of my own love. Then I will be worthy of other people liking me. So I need to continue to get that next success. Also, sometimes it will cause losing touch with deeper feelings, with connecting with myself, but also then with others, because it's really hard to be empathetic towards others if I feel only about like achieving next results. Very destroying saboteur. And it's very good to know if you are in that space, because this saboteur is probably one of the most hurtful one if you think of the whole life, and if you keep living this way, and at the end of the life you may think, oh my God, looking around yourself, where am I, what am I doing, what have I really accomplished and achieved? My relationships are really shallow. Maybe I achieved all of this, I have this amazing Tesla or another amazing car, maybe even I have my own plane, but maybe I feel empty and actually not fulfilled. So there are people like that, right? And that's why they get there. They never really get deep into what they want, what they feel, and they don't connect with others. And this is really what I wanted to talk to you about today. And again, don't judge yourself if you have this saboteur. I also have hyperachiever saboteur. Just don't allow it to glorify it anymore, and stop glorifying the word busy. It's really not great. It's better to be focused and fulfilled than busy and running around things. It takes practice, it takes time, awareness. But if you need help with that, or if you want to share your thoughts on your hyperachiever saboteur, please feel free to contact me, and I'll be happy to chat with you. And for now, have a great week, and try not to judge yourself, notice it, label it, and connect back to your heart. Good luck.